tell us about how you started this whole transition thing. Yeah.
I discovered a post on Facebook, 2011, my matric year.
How do you now say to your girlfriends and the people that know you as a lesbian that actually, I'm not really, it's time that I tell you guys that I'm not lesbian, but I'm actually this? How did you know and when did you know that you're still not in your skin?
I discovered a post on Facebook, 2011, my matric year. Discovered a post on Facebook, this person talking about off by gym, right? And started taking steroids. The steroids were testosterone, but I don't think he was also aware. So it was just a matter of just building muscle and trying to be as masculine as he possibly can, only to find Gucci. The steroids that they were taking, they also had AMA effects like voice changing, beard growth, and they shared that story. I'm like, nah, man, I also want this. If this does that, I also want this because, in all honesty, I'm living my truth, but I think this is more of my truth than what I've been doing. Started doing research on testosterone and what it meant. And with that came videos, with that came content. There's actually transgender people and this is what it is. I literally remember having sleepless nights. I would literally be on the internet as much as I can, going through people's stories, going through all of this. And that's when I think we are doing this. It was difficult though because it was overseas stories. You understand? And I'm in South Africa and I'm just like, so how do we go about doing this? I started taking pills, testosterone boosters. Didn't even know the side effects. I knew the shots had side effects, but I was hoping that the pills as well.
26. So now you see that post, but you're still lesbian at this time,
yeah.
Right? So how do you now introduce, and how do you now say to your girlfriends and the people that know you as a lesbian that actually, I'm not really, it's time that I tell you guys that I'm not lesbian, but I'm actually this?
Interesting, because when this happened, I get it was 2011, right? 2012, went to TUT. Dated this other hand, so we shared a lot. This is the chat, I'm seeing this and this and that, and I feel this is the person that I am. And thing is, when people look at a lot of lesbians, right? They think they want to be men. Some of them are just comfortable because of the way they dress, preference and style and all of that. It doesn't entail I want to be a man, but a lot of people who are not knowledgeable enough would actually think that's why they have corrective rape type of terms. And she said that. She was like, anyway. And to me it was like, and I had to reflect to man. Growing up, I had a lot of questions about just my anatomy before even puberty. And then, what's this? Oh, why is this not functioning the way I'd want it to function? And I think I reflected a lot actually during that year. And I feel like I could have started my transition earlier, medically, but I was confused because resources. There was nothing much to work on, but she was accepting. However, she was the only person who knew. Everyone else thought because that's how we were viewed then as lesbians.
So now when you decided then, okay, that you still had this girl, she was supportive, and now tell us about how you started this whole transition thing, yeah.
The name testosterone, I see that name, vitamin T, love it. That word, I remember I went to Clicks, ngafuna amapilisi, ne? I should testosterone boosters. At that time, mind you, those boost testosterone, they don't just, if you don't have testosterone in your body, chances are they're not going to work as much as they should. But because for me, I saw that word, Like, okay, in South Africa, little did I know, Gucci, you know, took those and started hitting the gym, trying to build my body, trying to but when I looked at the videos and the research that I did, and it was frustrating. Honestly speaking, it was frustrating because like I'm out here trying to, now start this new life, but it's not happening as quick as I'd want it to be. And I think that's when then the dysphoria came into play. That's when everything, like now the anxiety behind it, because you're expecting results, right? You're expecting to see something different, and it's not even happening. And I started feeling very dysphoric about things, my body in general, and even now, but we'll get to that. But yeah. So that's when I found a community of people. There's this group, maybe it's a Dynamics. It's from Cape Town, but they work internationally. So actually they branched out to South Africa. It's in Cape Town, where now they were starting to support trans movements. So it wasn't just limited to LG. Now there was LGBT and because even bisexual people they are treated the worst in the community. Discovered that group, discovered a guy that lived this side. We became close friends. Referred me to Bara, like, look, there's a clinic at Bara Zulu Tando, and they offer psychological help. They even get you on testosterone. They write recommendations for you to get testosterone. And me having to discover that group on its own was life-changing. It was honestly the most biggest thing ever. Even though now, thing is when you discover something, you want it to work right there and there. And it dragged, It dragged. I had to go for a panel interview with cisgender people. It still does not make sense. But I had to go to a panel interview and convince those people that I'm worthy of getting testosterone.
What questions are you asked during this panel? Like, what are you being asked?
What makes you think you're a man? It was offensive questions, yes, for the most part. And you have to sit there and try to answer them as best as you can, even when you're not pleased with the questions. You have to answer them because you know what you're looking for, you know your end goal. But yeah, what makes you think you're a man? Are you, what are your intentions behind it? Are you not gonna change your mind along the way? Are you an aggressive person? Are you an angry person? Your family background, where do you come from? How were you raised? Are you living in a dangerous environment? It was, some questions were honestly, I feel like they were unnecessary and they were, it was uncalled for. I think they even stopped doing this whole panel interview thing because it was honestly, it's excruciating. They make you want to second guess what you already know to be true. They make you want to doubt yourself. Even that whole year of, I think they didn't have the right people for the job, but I mean, I got a recommendation nonetheless. I had to wait for a response from the panel interview to tell me if I qualify for therapy. Then my therapist will then confirm if, you're trans.
How long is this process?
2 years. 2 years, 2014, 2015, therapy. And should you miss a session, I'm sure need 3 years to push just one session. Should you be late? It was a prison, a mental prison. Because it's like, I know what I want. Give it to me already. And they would beat about the bush. I remember there's this one time I was like, I'm gonna stop taking these pills. I refuse to. They're like, if you stop, then you're delaying your process. But I'm like, why are you keeping me on the pills? Because this is making me more anxious. The pills are intended for anxiety, but they are making me more anxious. And come on. That was abuse actually. No, that honestly was abuse. I'll never forget the day I got my recommendation letter to an endocrine.
What's endocrine?
The endo doctor is the one that works with diabetes people. They work with people with thyroid. They work with people, I don't know the term for it, but they are giants. They literally, they never stop growing. Then they work with administrating testosterone and hormones in general. So basically, it's like they work with hormones and everything that goes wrong when your hormones are not balanced or leveled. So when I got my letter, sure. And when you get the letter, you're still gonna wait. It's just a letter that says go to get sharp 9. Go to Endocrine. Endocrinologist will then tell you okay, when can you come back. I got the letter November, and I got my first shot on the 10th of March 2016. Yeah, that day was amazing. But the following day was trash.
So this is your letter of recommendation to
an endocrinologist.
And those people would give you the testosterone.
Yes, they administer the testosterone.
That's what you wanted, and that's what you've been waiting for.
Right.
Okay. So tell me about when you got that and the day that was trash.
When I got that, so I had to go through a series of tests. Bloods done, weights, BP, everything, just to make sure my body can actually handle the testosterone. Then I was told, okay, I'm going to be put on a 3-month program where every 3 months I get my shots. And yeah, I need to get bloods done constantly because now estrogen is being suppressed by the testosterone. And that's actually one of my biggest struggles. The following day, and the reason why the following day was a struggle, you got your first shot. As a trans person, you already, look, now I'm a man. I get I wasn't a man before. Now I'm a man. I go to school, we go out for lunch, she said chicken licken. I chill with a group of people, right? Guys and girls. So the gents were still in class and I decided to accompany the chicks to go buy food. Not this lady approaching me, I said, sorry ma'am. And I'm just like, I literally just got my testosterone shot yesterday. I know the changes, I was actually expecting a lot, to be honest and realistic. But it's like, I could let the world know, there was no changes, but manner of approach. And I was so frustrated. I'm like, that actually ruined my day. It ruined my day because I'm expecting the level of respect that comes with the privileges that come with being a gent. But yeah.
So the testosterone is an injection.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like the pills that you were taking before.
No.
And tell us then, how does it work from there? How many are you taking? How many are you getting? What's next?
So,
what's the procedure?
Yeah. So in a year we get 4. It's 3, 6, 9, 12, 4. But the first time you take it, there's a 6 weeks apart. So you get your first shot, and then 6 weeks after, you get another shot, and then from there onwards, it's 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. First of all, that's the most expensive one. It's very pricey. If you go private, you'll find yourself paying probably 3,000 just for that alone.